Bienvenue à UnBounded Radio Afrique. I will switch in English like all the time. Welcome to the Baraza 2022, South Africa. And next to me, I got the author of UnBounded, Boniface. I'm laughing because Boniface is a French name.
It's actually a French name.
Yes.
There's a pop called Boniface.
Yes, Boniface is a French name. I'm like, maybe you are related somewhere because we are all cousins in Africa.
Yeah, my brother, yes, we're all cousins.
Okay,
yes.
so we're here to present your book. I think people can see it. You can get, where can you get it?
It's available on Amazon and online.
Yes. So we'll come back to where you can get it, but let's know the man. Who is Boniface? What is your background? And what do you do in general? Because I know you're multiple type of guy, agendas. Yeah.
So I'm a photographer, but I'm known as an activist in the country. I'm a human rights defender. I fight for good governance. I defend people when they get attacked or they get arrested unfairly. I'm a defender of human rights, and that's the work that I do back home in Kenya. Okay.
So how was your journey so far? I know, Africa, and when you're part of those type of movement, you visit some hospital or jail. Have you been in jail? Have you been in hospital so far, or it's been smooth?
No. I've been arrested so many times. I've been beaten. I've been shot. My house has been bombed. My family has lived in exile.
Wow.
I've gone through a lot.
Yeah, that's why I think the UnBounded
book. No one can bound me.
Yeah, they can bound you. You're
I'm unchained. I'm a free person.
So tell us about the book. What inspired you? What was the message behind? What are you trying to tell us through this book?
So the book is about my journey as a photographer, as an activist, where I came from. The story begins with my grandfather and mother, who are freedom fighters. My grandfather was in jail for 6 years, fighting the colonial government. Then came along my mother and the values that she taught me. Then the best of my works, because before I became an activist, I was a photographer, working for the Kenya's biggest newspaper. So this book has that journey and the best of my work, and how I became an activist and the work that I've done so far.
Okay.
So it's like an autobiography.
It's an autobiography.
Yes.
It's basically something that we can follow up.
Yes.
Your life.
My life. This is like my entire life in a book.
It's in a book.
Yes.
Yeah, because I say my friend read it to say it's amazing, it's beautiful. You understand?
Yes.
So what in this book you think will connect the African people?
It's about an African story. It's an African struggle. It's about because Africa, we might come from different countries, but our problems and our challenges are the same. Bad leadership, bad governance, corruption, impunity. And since this book talks about that, and the ways and the means and the methods of use to fight bad governance in the country. The tagline of the book is, never tell a young person it's impossible.
It's impossible.
So this book tells you that nothing is impossible, that a more just, a more humane, a more fair Africa and more equal Africa is possible. Okay,
so tell me, is there a time in your journey where you basically sat in a corner there and say, maybe not, maybe it's the end? And if yes, what took you back?
Many times I've given up. Many times I've said I'm no longer an activist.
Why?
Threats, death threats, government saying they're going to kill me, or after you have an injury and you go to hospital and there's a time I had surgery and then you come out and say, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done.
But then you find yourself saying those things.
The spirit is inside.
You just keep going back. Yeah. Like now Kenya has a new president. He's been in power for less than a month, but he's a very dangerous man. And he's going to kill people.
Serious?
Yes.
So he's a new president. I thought new means change. So what you will say?
He was the deputy president, and when he was deputy president, he killed a lot of people. He was inducted by the ICC.
Wow.
For crimes against humanity.
And he's now president. How did he manage to get there?
He killed all the witnesses.
Wow. Okay. And
so I hope it's not a book.
So can this book learn? Can it learn back at home?
Yes. There's a bit of freedom in our country, but we actually right now there's a lot of fear in the country that are we going to get killed? Is the space going to shrink? There's a lot of that. Okay, cool. So now, when you wrote it, because you've been shot, you've been in jail. Yes.
Were you not a bit scared? Like, it's going to be public now, officially public, be able for a guy like me from Gabon, for South African citizen, for Gambian and other people, to have access to this knowledge.
Yes.
Are you not afraid of the new guy?
No, fear is a good thing.
Yeah.
So fear helps you to stay alive. Fear makes you not to do silly mistakes. Fear makes you plan. Fear makes you choose your battles. So you don't fight every battle.
Yeah, every battle. Like you selective about
you select, and you. So fear can help you stay longer. So it's good to be a coward sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Not all the time.
They say sometimes cows they live longer.
Because
so it's about live longer.
No, it's a survival strategy.
Survival. Okay.
Because like a lion, when a lion is chasing a buffalo,
yes,
and the buffalo joins the herd and they come back as many buffaloes, the lion runs away.
No, he knows the difference.
Yeah,
so this book, I think, is one. I think you have plenty story. I think this is I think even this one is one of those stories.
I also want to read another book.
Yeah.
I've read another
and
book.
what is it going to be about? What do you think?
Maybe lessons from the struggle.
Oh,
what
okay.
I've learned, yeah.
Yeah, the wisdom part now.
And the foolish mistakes that I've made.
Okay.
I know. You're going to share the wisdom and the foolish mistakes.
Will you tell us some
lessons learned?
What was the worst decision in your life?
So we did a protest many years ago, and we were planning to overthrow the government. So take over parliament.
Yes.
And we were very confident about it.
So you were part of this?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now
and we planned for many months. And the day we were going to do it, I was very overconfident. I didn't have a plan B or plan C. There was only one strategy.
Yes.
And that day when you woke up in the morning, the government declared that that particular day, there was going to be a terror attack in the city. Then they said all meetings are banned because there's going to be a terror attack. And we went to the streets. Before we even began, we got tear gassed and scattered.
Yes.
And so something that I had planned for many months to do.
It just smashed in one day.
In a few minutes, in a few seconds, just tear gas and everything.
And it was, yeah.
And if I had thought about they're going to disrupt us and had a plan B, would have succeeded.
Okay.
But I failed to plan. So every time,
I hope you're gonna write it.
Yes.
And say I'll fail.
So every time you do, when you plan something, always have plan B and plan C.
Yes, perfect. So now we're coming to the part where you're telling us where you get the book, where they contact you, and how much is the book? Is it already available, and where exactly?
So the book is available on Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes, but I'm also on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Same name, Boniface MWANGI.
Okay.
And the book goes for $30.
$30.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but is it ready in South Africa? Can be.
If you're in South Africa, there must be a place where you can get this book.
Okay.
It's in Rand. It's 550 Rand.
So before I leave you,
yes,
what was the challenge in terms of editing?
Oh, the challenge. So.
And publishers, because I know it's a big challenge.
So I self-published my book.
Okay.
I had to register a publishing company to register to
publish
my book, because when you work with the publisher, they take a lot of money. It's a very big percentage.
Wow.
So now I'm here. Published my book. I travel with it.
So you
go to a conference, I sell. Like now at the back of the conference, I'm not selling the book.
That is another talk for another day. The struggle of writers, publishing in Africa.
But if you want to write a book, start writing now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Write a chapter today or a paragraph, but start writing.
Yes, it's very important.
Yes.
It's part of legacy.
It's part of legacy.
Okay, thank you, Boniface.
Thank you very much.
And I hope to have you soon on
Gabon. I want to come there.
No problem.
Is that where you have that very old president?
Yeah.
Who has refused to die?
It's the son. It's the son who take over.
No, the son took over.
Yeah, now he's sick.
You should kill them both.
Yeah.
Kill everyone there.
That's right. That will be. It's an opinion on online platform, so don't worry.
Okay. So overthrow. If the government is bad, you overthrow it.
Yeah, overthrow it.
People power. Yes.
So thank you for that, UnBounded. I hope that you get a copy of it and can read through our common, like he says, a common story of African. And I hope that it will inspire you through your fight, because I think all the state at this point in Africa has the same fight. So let's be united, people's power. Thank you, Baradza 2022, and see you to the next. That was Amani TV in featuring with Impulse Radio South Africa.